Oh, hi baby. You're too cute. What do you think? Are we happy, Tabby? Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. I have Bean under the blankets with me. I'm up at the cabin for the weekend. And I'm also facing down, which is why my hair looks crazy. And I'm whispering because it's nighttime. But welcome to the weekend vlog. I think this one's gonna be lovely. I've already finished a book, gotten through 45% of another book. We're just gonna see where things are gonna go. And I officially finished my 7 days challenge that I was doing. So yay, that's gonna go up Friday for you guys, which is gonna be awesome. I just have to talk about the last 3 books that I read and everything should be good. But yeah, finished a romance book today and I will leave that for the challenge video. But I wanted to start this vlog in some kind of a way that wasn't just gonna be me recapping everything on Sunday. So get ready for some B-roll, but welcome to the vlog. naughty girl. Are you looking outside? You a good girl? Yeah. I can't believe you can touch them. That's crazy. Baby, you're upside down. Yeah. We're gonna go home. We're going home. Hello, friends. It is officially Monday now. I am home from the lake. I'm working. I had a dentist appointment today. It is hot as fucking balls outside, and I'm not happy about it, but I'm here, so we love that. And my air is like kind of keeping the place cool. I'm gonna say that, and then it's gonna make everything go really hot and humid. But, anyways, friends, I am now home from my long weekend. It was very lovely. I had a great time at the lake. So did Freya. I think she had a good time. She so there's in my room at the lake, the bed itself is like built in. It's this like very specific kind of custom built-in thing that the previous owners of the cabin did. They built in the beds for my room, and then the room next to mine, there's like a set of bunk beds that are built into the wall basically. And so my bed has a like crawl space under it, and it's kind of accessible because it has airflow underneath, right? Well, it's kind of accessible, i.e., not by humans, but by Freya, very accessible. And this time, like the past few times I've been to the lake, mom and dad have blocked it off, or mom has. She's basically like put a bunch of different things at the foot of my bed to block that part, and then right on the side of my bed where she can get in, where a bunch of plugs are, mom's blocked that off as well. So previously, Freya has only had like a tiny cubby hole in that room to go hide in, which is much preferred by me, because then I'm not just like hunting for her all the time, because I don't love when she's under a bed away from us, because it just, I don't know, like I want her to be not so hidey hole the whole time. Anyways, this time my mom was like, oh, it's fine, like she can't get anywhere, like there's no holes, it's just a big empty space that's full of dust, like it's not like she's gonna get anything. And I was like, all right. So Freya had a great time under the bed the whole time. Sort of. She did come out. I did make her come out a couple times, especially on the last day there. I like anytime she was out of my room or like kind of moseying around, I closed my bedroom door so that she can't get back in there. She was mad at me for that, but hey, listen, I want her to be a little bit social. I want her to try at least get used to my parents and Bella. She's fine with Bella. But yeah, so overall, pretty good weekend. Freya did enjoy it. I showed her the outside at the cabin, and she was incredibly overwhelmed by the more outside. She's fine with the outside here on my balcony, but she was very worried about the outside of the cabin. But we just kind of sat outside for a little while, and she got used to it, more used to it, kind of a thing. I think she was just overwhelmed by all the sounds and smells, and the fact that like she's used to me. She's not used to other people. I live alone. She doesn't really have that many people come by. And if someone like comes to the door and comes inside, she gets freaked out and will hide under the couch or something. Which, you know, it's cats. Like cats are not very like super social beings. Like if you have a cat that is okay with people and is like friendly like a dog would be, it's an anomaly. You know what I mean? But like I wish Freya was like that because I think she's the sweetest being in the world, and I want everyone to love her and see her personality. But she just doesn't act like that with other people. But yeah, she got to sit outside for a while. She had a little harness on and she had a good time. She was very well behaved. She wasn't super loud or yelly or like messing things up in the middle of the night. She loves being there at night because she gets basically the whole cabin to herself, except for mom and dad's like side of the cabin. They shut their bedroom door and the bathroom door. So she just has the main part of the cabin to explore, and she loves to come and explore. She's very quiet, she's very sneaky. My dad loves the fact how sneaky she is. Like she'll just appear at his shoulder and he'll be like, oh,
she's out. He's so enchanted by her, and I love it. But yeah, she ended up also meeting the neighbor's dog who loves cats. She was very overwhelmed because Cisco was all up in her business. Cisco is the sweetest little wiener dog in the entire universe. She is just the cutest bean in the world. And she's so good with Bella because Bella also like isn't very good with animals. She's not like super chill around other dogs. I don't know why. She grew up with another dog. I don't know why she's like this. She's almost 16. She is ornery. But Cisco was very excited to see Freya, and Freya was like, what the fuck is happening? So Freya was a little traumatized when she met Cisco, but she did it. She was okay. I let her back inside, and she returned to herself again. Like, she's a very adaptable cat, which I'm very happy with. She drives really well. Like, she just doesn't, like, she'll chat to me the whole time if I yap to her, but she doesn't get sick. She doesn't pace the car. She doesn't go hiding. She doesn't do anything weird. She just kind of chills, and then she'll be on my lap the entire time. And then if I breathe wrong or speak to her or sing or make noise, she'll meow up at me like, shut the fuck up, mom. I can tell when she gets really annoyed that we've been in the car for too long because I don't know, she's so easy to read. But anyways, it was a good weekend. Freya did very well. I'm very proud of her, despite all the extra new things. And then when we got home yesterday, she was out. She was sleeping in a spot that she has never slept in before, which is by the chaise lounge part of my couch and then my coffee table. She was in between that, out like a light for like 9 hours straight. And then this morning when I woke up to go to the dentist and like, get to work and stuff like that, she was so like, she just didn't make a peep. She was under the bed. She did not want to come out. She was like, I'm fucking tired, Bob. Do not disturb me. So she's recuperating from her very busy weekend. But anyways, this weekend I did read a bunch of books. I ended up reading 2 books entirely. One of them was for my challenge, my 7 books in 7 days challenge. Fun fact, that's what's going up on Friday. I ended up reading Next of Kin by Hannah Bonam-Young for that final book on the Friday. This was just fine for me. I have more thoughts that I will talk about in that one. And then on my Kobo, I decided to start Fabulous Bodies by Chuck Tingle, which is an arc, and I believe is coming out the day that you're seeing this, Tuesday, the 7th of July. So I decided to start this because I figured if we were going to do like a beach day or something at the lake, it wasn't nice enough really for a super beach day. Like we did sit outside one of the days because it was sunny, but it wasn't like 28, 29, 30 degrees beach day weather. So we just kind of stayed at the cabin for the weekend. But I was like, if we do a beach day, I want to do Fabulous Bodies by Chuck Tingle because I feel like that would be a perfect one to be able to read that just, I don't know, is easy, is like really bingeable, because the previous Chuck Tingle that I tried to read, I think it's Lucky Strike or something like that, Lucky Day, I don't know, I DNF'd that one, but I really enjoyed his first horror that he released that wasn't Camp Damascus. It was Bury Your Gaze. So I guess not his first horror, but his release Bury Your Gaze, which was the first Chuck Tingle that I ever read. I really enjoyed that one. And so I was like, okay, like I'm going to give him another try because his horror books always have the wildest, wackiest hooks. So I was like, yeah, okay, this sounds crazy. I'm in. And so I was like, yeah, let's have this. Let's read this one. And I ended up reading both Next of Kin and Fabulous Bodies in the same day. So I ended up reading 8 books in 7 days. But Fabulous Bodies was an arc. It wasn't part of my physical TBR, but like I was still a little astonished myself that I did that. But it's okay because that's awesome. Yeah, this one, Fabulous Bodies, was fucking batshit. It follows this influencer who is also a body snatcher, essentially. Like she goes and she's not a gravedigger, like she's not like someone who digs up bodies, but she like steals bodies from like funeral homes for different reasons, for like different buyers and stuff. And she does that on the side so that she can afford her influencer style life more, because she's like not like a huge influencer. She's got like 200,000 followers kind of a thing. She's a mom as well. She's the worst fucking mom in the world. She makes her 5-year-old work out with her. Hate that. But at the beginning of this, one of her favorite singers dies, and she ends up getting this weird job offer, essentially, for like, you steal this body for us, we're gonna give you $5 million. And she's like, excuse me, what? I can't say no to this. And then they're like, great, you need to go get that singer's body. So she's like, holy fucking shit. What the fuck? Goes gets the singer's body, and then it just goes off the fucking deep end from there, because This singer turns out to be this like zombified type of entity that has lived for millennia. It's him then taking this influencer mom around, basically forcing her, coercing her, because he has some weird like mystical pheromonial powers over people, and he can basically tell people to do whatever he wants. And his whole shtick is that he wants life to be as entertaining as possible, and he doesn't really give a fuck how many people die in his wake. And so he has 4 stops to go on. He makes our main character take him to all these different stops, and the night just gets bloodier from there. And the ending is so batshit crazy that I don't even know. Like, it's fucking it's insane. Like, it is, you have to suspend your disbelief a lot. Like, it is definitely a sci-fi level horror film book. Like, it feels like the entire time I was like, this feels like watching something you can't turn away from. Like, it is, oh, like Chuck Tingle, man. I didn't like the book, but I couldn't look away. You know what I mean? I finished it in an hour and a half. It was 300 pages, and I finished it in an hour and a half because I could not stop reading it. It was fucking insanity. Breakneck, so bloody, so gory and disgusting. And Chuck Tingle will go there. He will gleefully stomp over the line and keep running full tilt past the line with a lot of his horror. And I honestly kind of respect him for that, because we all know, like, if you know anything about Chuck Tingle, you know of the Chuck Tingle verse with the like with his like smutty books, right? He's got a whole thing going on in his like smutty romance books. And then his horror, I've never read any of his romance books. They don't really interest me, but I've always just been aware of them because they're funny. Like, the titles are fucking great. Then we have his horror, which is so interesting. And like his previous horror, like Camp Damascus and Bury Your Gaze, both of them had a lot to say about queer culture and the way that it's treated by the wider world. Like, I didn't like Camp Damascus. It was too religious for me and wasn't scary enough. Like, it didn't go there for me. I was expecting it to go a lot further than it did, which is really funny saying that and then having just read Fabulous Bodies, because Chuck Tingle went there and he went further than I ever thought he would go. You know what I mean? Like, he killed somebody, and it was one of those like gut punch kills. I was like, oh, homie's gonna do okay. I was like, okay, all right, holy shit. So I thought maybe that person would have been spared, but no, I guess not. But yeah, Camp Damascus is very like slow, literary, introspective kind of vibes. And then Bury Your Gaze was just so interesting, and it had such interesting commentary on Hollywood and being queer and queer stories in Hollywood. And then that one also had an interesting like AI, but not generative AI, like, well, maybe generative AI, but like in a really different way, kind of like AI like we used to think of it as, like just artificial intelligence taking over vibes in a weirdly like back of the story kind of a way. I really enjoyed Bury Your Gaze. I thought it was fabulously well done, and the audiobook is incredible. Such a full cast, so cool. And then Lucky Day, or whatever that third one is, I couldn't get into. Like, again, that one is very bloody from literally page 1, because it takes this whole concept of like, this is like, you live through the end of the world apocalypse, this one moment that is like a historical apocalypse where everyone's just dying, and then you pick up again with the main character a while after, and they're still grieving and going through it, and they've basically stopped living, they're just existing, and it's following from then. And I was just like, I don't really care about this, I don't really love it, and I ended up DNFing that one because it didn't hook me in any way. This one, oh shit, just reached through the page and took me by the neck and didn't let me go. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm finishing this today. So anyways, yeah, Chuck Tingle, what a guy. But yeah, I finished those 2 books this weekend. I also started reading Sun Yi Dean's The Girl with a Thousand Faces. I have this from the library. I have it physically from the library, but I didn't want to bring a bunch of books with me. I only ended up bringing Next of Kin with me, and then this. So I read mostly on this the whole weekend, and I'm 33% of the way through this. I've read a Sun Yi Dean before. I read her Book Eaters book, which was very interesting to me. I didn't like super love it. It kind of felt like I was reading like Taken with Liam Neeson kind of vibes, and it's not my favorite kind of thing, but this one is very interesting so far. we are following a character who doesn't really know who she is. She's got history, but she doesn't really want to remember it and also can't remember it. And we are in Kowloon, which I only know from the video game that Jack and Mark and Ab have all played. Can't remember the exact name of the video game, but it's a horror video game set in Kowloon, which is this like abandoned city, I think. But this is set in Kowloon when there's a bunch of people there, so it's 1975 or something. And then we also have like a 30 years prior timeline when she's like a kid, like trying to get to Kowloon. So we're following that as well. And our main character can speak to ghosts, and ghosts listen, which is big in this world because people can see ghosts and people are being terrorized by ghosts, especially in Kowloon, because this is a very like rundown place where like shit's going bad and whatever. But she can like help people pass essentially, or like help the ghosts go and like not plague the streets so much. And then one day she gets talked to by this demon that is using people's bodies. It's this, she calls herself the girl of a thousand faces, hence the title, because it can like body hop essentially through different corpses, if as long as the corpses are like kept in stasis. Essentially she can basically take over and like live in them, use them to her own advantage or whatever. And this demon is trying to get to our main character for some reason. And it's just, I don't know, it was interesting. I'm only 33% of the way through, so I will continue with that. But yeah, this weekend was good for reading. I think I definitely did kill the absolute game with reading this weekend. And I mean, I did just come off of 7 full days of reading a book a day. So listen, I've been reading a lot. I have officially caught up to my Goodreads and Storygraph number goal. I've caught up now. I've read 52 books this year. So feeling good about myself, feeling good about my reading, but I am feeling a little less okay about my TBR because I did that challenge. A little bit of a spoiler for that video coming up, but I did that challenge specifically to shrink my TBR again, like to like kind of tackle a big bunch of them at once. And as I was reading the books, I think I only ended up shrinking it by 3 books because I ended up picking up 2 books on Tuesday from pre-orders, which great, love that. I will be reading those very, very soon because I'm very excited about those books. The Feywild Job by C.L. Polk and The River She Became by Emily Varga. Those are my 2 pre-orders that I picked up last week. And I think I have pre-orders coming this week as well. So I'm like, holy shit. So I picked up those 2 books and then I read 7, found out that this one wasn't even logged on my Storygraph as a owned book, so it didn't even count in shrinking that number down. And then I also ended up picking up this book to read one of those days because this is a sequel to one of them that I read the day previous, so this wasn't even part of that number either. So I didn't really shrink it that much. I read 7 books, but I only shrunk the number by like 3 or 4. That bothers me a little bit because I'm just like, wow, maybe I just need to keep this thing going, but I don't want to burn out with reading again because I did have such a weird reading vibe in June. So I'm like, should I keep going with this challenge or should I just like do something else? Like I feel like recently all I've really been doing to read is do reading challenges. Like I did the 12-hour readathon in June and then I followed that up with that Thursday reading 3 books in one night, all of my shortest books on the TBR. And then I'm following it up with this one, which is reading 7 books in 7 days. So I'm like, these are the only 3 instances where I'm reading books right now. Like it's like I need the challenge of doing something like that to keep myself accountable to keep reading. Otherwise I just sit and scroll and knit and watch stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm like, do I keep going until I burn myself out of reading again, or do I just like chill for a second and see if like I've kind of fixed myself with reading? I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's summer, it's hot as fuck. I do have a couple things that I need to do at work. That's my whole yap update of today, of the weekend. I was editing my challenge video just now, and I got an idea for another cozy book that is set in Arrowmount. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh shit, do I do a spin-off of an Arrowmount book, or do I just make the Arrowmount book series one bigger? Because now I'm like, oh, this sounds so exciting, which is so funny because I really should work on Project Dragon because I haven't actually properly picked that up because I've just been kind of busy and life's got in the way. But I'm like, cozy book though. I need to get back to Project Dragon because that one was the one that my brain was wanting to do, and I just need to actually settle in and do work on it. But yeah, I did get an idea and I wrote it on some sticky notes. So fun. Maybe another Airmail book in the future or a spin-off of some kind. Who's to say? I was inspired by myself yapping about the trope that exists in the antiquarian's object of desire, and also Julie Leung's The Keeper of Magical Things. I was inspired by it. So, anyways, I've been yapping for too long. I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later, but that's the update.
Hello, friends. Oh my goodness. It is officially the end of the day. The end of the vlog. It's almost 1 a.m. It's fine. I'm here. I spent a lot of my evening putting together a package for something very exciting. But I don't even know if I'll be able to tell you guys until I hear news. So we'll see. But it took up my entire evening. So I haven't done anything but that. And then I ended up sitting on my couch and ate some Cheetos for a little while, just like being like, holy shit, that was a lot of work this evening, but exciting things. So we shall see how that pans out. But I wanted to pop in and officially close out this vlog because I didn't do that earlier. Yet another vlog where the majority of the vlog was filmed on Monday. Not even the weekend. But hey, that's what happens when you just go to the lake and film a fuck ton of B-roll, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Anyways, did read 2 books this weekend, read 33% of another book. Exciting. And it's also now July. So we shall see how July goes from here, my beautiful friends. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.